Not a lot's going on in football right now, so there's really not a lot to talk about. Once again, I have been watching baseball. Mariners doing a little better than I thought they would, given that their coach just left. I think they're a little above 500 since she left. I was expecting more to be a little below that, so happy about that. Hopefully we can keep it up. If we could, I would just be shocked if we could have like a 90 win or above season. I mean, I was not expecting anything coming into this year, but it's shaping up nicely. Ichiro just got that $90 million extension, so he's going to be in Seattle for until he's like 39 or something. You know, if and of course if we lose him now, we're going to get some kind of compensation, so that's nice. Uh, had that inside the park home run in the All-Star game, very good game for him. Really a special player that I think has been ignored since 2001 because obviously our team kind of dropped off the face of the earth, but off day for them today. Yesterday we won on that bases loaded walk to Beltre in the eighth. That's pretty cool. But I'm not here to talk baseball. Football, well, we all know what the big news in the football world is right now, and that is, of course, Michael Convict, or whatever it is that they're saying these days. Well, looks like he's been convicted. Convicted. Been hanging around on message boards too much. Anyway, I don't really know what to say about this. I'm surprised, I've always kind of been a supporter of Vic. I've always defended his play on the field. Always kind of thought people were a little unfair with him. But, I like dogs, and I'm not saying this is true because, well, I don't know. And I don't know what's going to happen to him. I think it's safe to say that he's going to face a suspension. We've all seen what Goodell has already done. And, electrocuting dogs is a lot worse than making it rain, if you catch my meaning. But as for like jail time, I don't know. So that's going to be interesting to watch. I think that if Vic does get handed down that suspension, you're looking at a very long season for the Falcons. You're going to see Joey Harrington come in, and that really takes away the edge of the Atlanta offense. So really, they're not going to have an offense, and well, I just think their running game is going to lose their luster without Vic keeping defenses off balance. Norwood's still a potentially good player, but um, I don't know how effective he's going to be with Harrington giving defenses the opportunity to put 8 in the box. And I think they're going to struggle on defense, so unless you're a fan of the U-wing theory, the Bill Simmons thing, it's going to be ugly. It would not surprise me if Atlanta ended up with the first overall pick or a top 5 pick and went with Brian Rome out of Louisville so Petrino could get his boy back. Just a nasty situation, terrible stuff. As I said, I like dogs. Other than that, you're seeing some draft picks sign, I guess. Joe Staley signed with the 49ers. Greg Olson signed with Chicago. There's just really not a lot to talk about right now. People are always talking about, all the new targets down in New England. And, I guess they just re-signed a couple of Browns. Troy Brown, Chad Brown to 1-year deals. See if they can't squeeze out a final ring before they retire, I guess. Don't know if they'll be able to help. Dwight Freeney just got the biggest contract in defensive player history. I don't agree with that. I do think that he is the best pass rusher in the league. Maybe second best to Sean Merriman. So, in that regard, maybe he deserves his $72 million over 6 years. But as far as defensive ends go, I can think of quite a few defensive ends that are better than Freeney. Peppers, Richard Seymour, Um, I might even consider like Kyle Vanden Bosch. I can't put my finger on Vanden Bosch. I just don't know how good the guy is. Um, I also think OCU Minora, when healthy, is better. As far as being a pure defensive end goes, I know he's filling the role that the Colts do ask him to, but he's just so weak against the run. And he was a part of the reason why Indy's run defense was so poor last year, so I don't know. He's a great player, deserves a big contract. I just don't know if I agree with giving him one that big. He's a hell of a pass rusher, needs triple teams, but I don't know how great of a defensive end I consider him to be. Um, you know, Training camps are now in full swing. You're seeing, practices break out and OTAs. Uh, I'm not following these very well. I last year and a couple years in the past, I did actually read updates on websites and stuff about stuff that went down at training camp, but uh, nothing. I haven't really been doing that this year, so here things are going all right. I mean, up here in Seattle, I don't know what's going on. I couldn't tell you. I guess our two safeties, Russell and Grant, are looking good, but it's a pretty dead time for sports. There's just baseball going on, and actually, it's only gonna be about 10 days, about 2 weeks until the preseason starts. So that's something to look forward to. 2 weeks, I'll be getting out of my summer quarter of school at the local college, and well, I'll be close. And the preseason's gonna start. That's a pretty nice 1-2 punch. Okay, that's about all I'm gonna ramble on about the NFL right now. So, alright. See you guys later.